tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. And the Star Tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port. This is Tugs. One day out at sea, 10 Cents and Sunshine found another tug, drifting. His name was Boomer. He looked extremely sad. 10 Cents and Sunshine approached him with caution. It was obvious that his engine was not working, and that no one was aboard. A tow line dropped in the water and his rigging was scrappy. No flag flapped in the breeze, so it seemed no one owned him. "Keep away," he called. "Just leave me alone, please." "We can't," replied 10 Cents. "You're drifting dangerously and this is a busy sea lane." "Even better," replied Boomer without emotion. "We'll have to take you in," said Sunshine. "Just leave me be, I don't want any help," replied Boomer. "Why?" inquired Sunshine, moving closer. Because I'm jinxed. I'm bad luck. No one wants a jinxed tug," came a sad reply. "Rubbish," said 10 Cents. "Jinxed? Pah, no such thing." "There is, and I'm it, so shove off," replied Boomer aggressively. "It's our job to keep these shipping lanes clear. Jinxed or not, we'll have to take you in." "Captain Star know what to do," replied 10 Cents earnestly. He had already picked up Boomer's tow line and prepared to move off. "Oh, be warned," said Boomer. Sunshine came alongside. "I don't really understand this jinxed thing," he said, smiling. He was trying to cheer Boomer up a bit. "Clear off. Better not understand," retorted Boomer. "But to know something bad in advance means, well, that I can avoid it in future," replied Sunshine. 10 Cents was easing forward, taking up the long tow line. "Keep him steady, Sunshine," he called. "Don't move me," shouted Boomer. "Try and stop me," replied 10 Cents. Boomer sulked as 10 Cents slowly moved forward. "Come on, Boomer, cheer up. You'll be better off in the port. At least someone there will understand." "Nobody will. Nobody can. Jinxes just happen. I shouldn't have been a tug." "Please tell me more about the Jinx," demanded Sunshine as they moved steadily onward. "My name used to be Captain Harry. It was good then, in those days. Then I was sold. They painted out my name and called me Boomer. Ever since then, nothing but trouble," said Boomer. "I can't see changing your name makes any difference," laughed Sunshine. "Mind you, I've always been Sunshine, and 10 Cents, well, he's always been 10 Cents. Boomer looked at Sunshine. "You're lucky then. Any boat that changes its name is unlucky." Sunshine didn't reply. He looked ahead, and to his astonishment, 10 Cents was further away. He looked carefully again, and saw the tow line had become detached. Sunshine tooted loudly, attracting 10 Cents' attention. "What is it now, Sunshine?" Then he saw he had no tow. "How on earth did that happen?" he said with some surprise, and quickly turned around. He came alongside and looked at Boomer. "Did you do that?" he asked. "Can't have, can I?" replied Boomer. "Because you lost the tow, the rope's still attached to me." "He's right, 10 Cents. That's the first jinx I've seen," he laughed. "Well, it won't happen again," replied 10 Cents, who had attached 2 lines to Boomer. "Come on, let's get this jinxed thing back to port," he continued. Sunshine looked at Boomer as 10 Cents took up the slack in the lines. "Please tell me if another Jinx comes along. Then I'll watch and see what really happens. Maybe I can help you." he said almost excitedly. Boomer just looked at him and did not reply. As the little group made their way steadily back into the big city port. When they reached the Star Dock, the megaphone greeted them. "What's that, 10 cents? It boomed. "It's Boomer. We found him drifting out near Lily," he replied. "What's up?" inquired the megaphone. "His engine's not working and there's no one aboard," replied 10 cents. The megaphone twitched. "You'll be all right now," whispered Sunshine to the dismayed-looking Boomer. Boomer did not reply. "Well done, both of you," said the megaphone. "Sunshine, go and pick up the coal barge. Then we'll start 'em up." "Yes, sir," replied Sunshine eagerly and sped away. Later, after they'd restoked him and he got a good load of steam, it was time to start him up. "Okay, Boomer, try your engine now," shouted the megaphone. 10 cents and Sunshine watched expectantly as Boomer tried his engine. As hard as he tried, it seemed impossible. The engine made some terrible noises, wheezed, hissed, coughed, and then stopped. "Try it again," ordered the megaphone. The engine groaned and spat, and then with a nasty boof sound, roared into action. Sunshine and 10 cents cheered, but their cheers were short-lived. From every area around his deck and portholes came smoke and steam. It was quite obvious a fire had broken out below. "Pull him out! Pull him out!" screamed the megaphone. It was well for 10 cents that he still had a line on Boomer. With smoke billowing everywhere, it would have been difficult and dangerous to get too close. He pulled him clear of the dock, and strangely as soon as he got clear, the smoke stopped completely. Sunshine looked at him with surprise. "Told you, Sunshine," said a disconcerted Boomer. "Jinxed." Sunshine didn't know what to say, nor did anyone else. All remained silent as they watched Boomer wallowing in the water. There was obviously some deliberation going on in the dispatcher office. The megaphone was twitching slightly, and then for some unknown reason, it fell from its window porch onto the ground. Sunshine and 10 cents looked at Boomer. "That's never happened before, has it?" said Boomer, noticing their surprised expressions. "Never," they replied in unison. Another, slightly battered megaphone emerged. "Take that tug to Lucky's at once. You'll have a look at him and tell me what he's worth. But be careful, there's something strange about that one." Sunshine replied first. "Yes, sir, but I don't think he's strange. He's Shh, interrupted 10 cents. "Don't let him know, otherwise Boomer might be scrapped. Captain Star's very superstitious, you know." "What's up?" shouted the megaphone. "On our way, sir," replied 10 cents. "Come on, Boomer. Lucky will sort you out," he continued. The 3 tugs left the dock, Sunshine riveting his view to the tow line. "Don't worry, Sunshine," said Boomer. "The jinx never happens twice." Sunshine looked at him, but slowly looked back to the tow line as they made their way steadily. It wasn't long before Sunshine realized something was wrong. Boomer seemed to be getting progressively lower in the water. 10 cents, peeped Sunshine. "I think Boomer's taken on water." 10 cents cut his engine and slowly turned round to look. Sure enough, Boomer was sinking. Boomer was sinking well. "What's so funny?" asked 10 cents. Just what I wanted," replied Boomer. "What?" replied Sunshine. "To sink. To be left alone. To be a home for the fishes. Then I couldn't jinx anyone," he replied. "Look, we're going to make it to Lucky's yard, even if I sink with you," said 10 cents, losing his patience. "Come on, Sunshine. There's only one thing to do, and that's put down some speed. It should help." They set off. It was a gamble, as neither tug knew just how badly Boomer was holed, if he was holed at all. But it didn't help. They had only gone a short distance when Boomer called out, cut free, I'm sinking, save yourselves." 10 cents once again stopped his engine as Sunshine moved away. They could only watch as Boomer settled lower and lower into the water, before finally coming to rest, his wheelhouse and upper deck above the waterline. "Phew!" gasped 10 cents. "Well, that's lucky. He's come to rest in the old sunken garbage barge. You stay here and I'll get rescue cranes." Sunshine looked at Boomer as 10 cents made way. "Well, maybe the jinx has stopped now. You're still afloat." "Oh no, it hasn't," replied the dismayed Boomer. It's still here all right. I wanted to sink, but instead I land right on top of an object that doesn't let me. Sunshine looked at him in disbelief and decided to say nothing more until the rescue cranes came. Mighty Mo, the floating crane, and his flotilla of auxiliary A-frame cranes had found the task difficult. Small annoying things had happened during the course of the afternoon, but at last they were ready to lift. 10 Cents had collected a large barge in which Boomer was to be placed once Mighty Mo had lifted him out of the water.
Be sure to get that barge under Boomer as soon as you can. He's heavy, and I don't want to hold him too long,
instructed Mighty Mo. 10 Cents readied himself. Sunshine also. They watched as Mighty Mo put down full power and began to take the strain. You'll be alright now, Boomer, shouted Sunshine over the noise. Boomer didn't reply. He was concentrating all around him. Slowly but surely, the great power of the cranes lifted Boomer out of the water. 10 Cents waited for his chance, and as soon as Boomer was far enough out of the water, he pushed the barge forward and right underneath. It's there, shouted 10 Cents. Mighty Mo stopped his powerful engines.
Good work, 10 Cents. Now for the difficult part. Just hold that barge steady,
he replied. Steady she is, tooted 10 Cents. Mighty Mo's engine suddenly died.
Wait, what the?
Exclaimed the giant crane. Hurry up, called 10 Cents. The current's strong.
Wait a moment,
called the crane.
My engines never stop.
Just what I thought would happen, mumbled Boomer. Sunshine looked up at him. Another Jinx, he asked. Afraid so, Sunshine. I just hate spreading it to my friends. You should have left me out at sea so I could have sunk alone, replied Boomer. That's not our way, replied Sunshine. 10 Cents tooted. You'll need to moor this barge somewhere safe. Then come back here. The only thing for it is to try and tow this lot to Lucky's. What, all of it? Quizzed Sunshine. Yep, even the A-frames. Everything is supporting Boomer. Sunshine wasted no time at all. He took the barges away, leaving 10 Cents in charge. When he returned, it was dark. Many big lights lit up Boomer, and the A-frames cast strange shadows over the still water. Boomer was much lighter now, which took a lot of strain away from the cranes. Attach your line, Sunshine. We'll pull this to Lucky's. The pilot has informed the yard for us. Sunshine felt really important. It was his biggest task so far, and he felt really proud to work alongside 10 Cents and Mighty Mo. I'll take most of the tow, Sunshine. You just keep it straight, tooted 10 Cents. Sunshine replied with a toot of his own to indicate he was ready. The strange rig moved slowly. It was indeed an ominous task. As they made their way, Zip and Zug passed by. Early Christmas this year, is it? Laughed Zug. Just what Captain Star wanted. Another dud tug, quipped Zip. Neither waited for a reply. They just went on their way laughing between themselves. Lucky's yard was brightly lit as they approached. Big Mac and OJ were also there to take the cranes away. Ahead of them was a construction ready to take Boomer. Be careful now, shouted OJ as they approached. You'll have to guide the cranes so they can lower the tug into the raft, 10 Cents hooted. He was too puffed out to speak. They had just passed OJ when suddenly all the shore lights went out. Put your main beams on, quickly, shouted Big Mac. 10 Cents and Sunshine obeyed immediately. Then all the lights went out on the crane rigs, including Mighty Mo's powerful spotlight.
What is going on?
Shouted Mighty Mo. We can still make it, squeaked Sunshine, his lights spotting the raft area. Big Mac and OJ came in closer with their lights on. That's better, puffed 10 Cents. Suddenly his light went out, and then Sunshine's dimmed, and went out as well. Finally, both Big Mac and OJ's lights went out together. Help! Cried 10 Cents and Sunshine together. There was nothing anyone could do. With no lights to guide them, they just carried on knowing that if they stopped, Mighty Mo might crush them. With a horrible scraping sound, both 10 Cents and Sunshine came to a stop. Behind them there was a terrible splintering of wood, and a variety of loud exclamations from Mighty Mo. All then went quiet for a moment. The silence was interrupted by the inexplicable. Mighty Mo's giant engine started up, and as if worked by mysterious hands, the crane hawse started to lower Boomer into the water. It was difficult to see just how low he had sunk before the crane engine had stopped.
That was nothing to do with me,
called Mighty Mo after a while. I know it wasn't, came the now familiar voice of Boomer. It was the Jinx. The next morning revealed the true extent of the damage. Both 10 Cents and Sunshine had become bleached on Lucky's mud bank. The wooden raft intended for Boomer had been disintegrated by Mighty Mo. Boomer himself was laying sideways, partly submerged. The other A-frame cranes were just a jumble of confusion. No one laughed. The situation was far too serious for quick jokes. OJ and Big Mac had recruited Warrior and Top Hat to start sorting out everything and take the A-frames away, but the tide was slack, and they all had to wait. It was many hours before everything was sorted out. A whole day of work was snapped up by the Z-Slacks. Even they thought it wiser to stay well away and not to mention a thing. Some days later at the Star Dock, Captain Star informed the tugs that Boomer had been lent to Captain Zero. Everyone looked at each other quite relieved. And, continued the megaphone, the reason Boomer sank was his stopcocks were let wide open. That's impossible, said 10 Cents. Impossible it may seem, 10 Cents, but facts prove the point. And something else. There's nothing wrong with his engine. In fact, it's a very good engine. That's why Captain Zero's borrowed him for a while. He may even buy it from me. Well done, 10 Cents and Sunshine. You've earned a bonus. Oh, thank you, sir, chipped in Sunshine excitedly. Now get those stacks stoked and get out there and do some work. All of you! If Boomer's right, we just won't see that bonus, Sunshine. Sunshine looked at him and said nothing. Both moved away from their peers, tooting to each other as they all went to their allocated tasks. The next few days were full of incidents, all revolving around Boomer. Captain Zero had the naval contract. Zip, Zug and Boomer had been collecting the loaded ammunition barges from upriver. All had gone well until they were halfway across the estuary. 10 Cents and Sunshine had just passed. Boomer acknowledged them with a couple of toots as they went on their way. Just after 10 Cents had replied with a long loud blast on his horn, the ammunition barge exploded. None of the tugs were damaged in any way, but Zip and Zug blamed 10 Cents to this day. That was enough for Captain Zero. He got rid of the unhappy Boomer, and Captain Star found another taker, the Ironworks. His task there was a simple one. He was to move barges along the piers so the cranes could load them up ready for collection. The first day seemed to work out fine, but the second day disaster struck once more. 10 Cents and Sunshine were coasting by admiring Boomer. A lot of barges had to be loaded and Big Mickey had started early. Boomer worked hard and both he and Mickey seemed to be getting on fine. 10 Cents tooted as Boomer brought another barge onto the pier to be loaded. Big Mickey had just started lifting a huge amount of steel girders when suddenly his engine gave a hiccup, which jolted, and the whole load fell away onto the barge, damaging it so much it sank. Big Mickey claimed it was 10 Cents hooter that had caused the accident, but the Ironworks blamed Boomer. They returned him once more to the care of Captain Star, who wasted no time passing him off to the Banana Shipping Company, whose main vessel was Izzy Gomez. One day, Izzy and Boomer were working together near the pier. Boomer was leading him, and as usual, Izzy was continuously half asleep. 10 Cents and Sunshine were close by. Toot, toot, 10 Cents whistled. Boomer suddenly shuddered. Then for no reason at all his rudder jammed, full on, 180 degrees. The two tugs watched in horror as Boomer swung round in an arc and rammed Izzy. Izzy was most surprised, but could do nothing to stop himself from moving relentlessly forward, ramming into the pier and severely damaging it. 10 Cents and Sunshine tried to tow Izzy to help, but he refused to pay more money. Once again, Boomer was returned to Captain Star, this time with a bill for repairs. After that incident, Sunshine took 10 Cents aside. It seems you jinxed Boomer, he said earnestly. No, I don't, retorted 10 Cents, somewhat hurt by the remark. You do, explained Sunshine. How? Asked 10 Cents. Look, every time he's working and we've gone past, you've sounded your hooter, he explained. So, That's called being friendly, replied 10 cents. Not if it always causes an accident, and it always does. Just think, the ammunition barge, the crane, Izzy, continued Sunshine. Well, that's a coincidence. Not jinxed, retorted 10 cents. Call it anything you like, but it seems you coincidence Boomer when you do it, smiled Sunshine. Well, I'm going to go speak to Boomer about it. Come on, he ordered. They found Boomer in mid-harbour. He was attached on his aft and was moored to a buoy. Hello, Boomer, greeted Sunshine. Oh, it's you two again, said Boomer, looking at them. What are you doing here? Inquired Sunshine. Captain Star turned me into a standby foghorn. Said the name fitted the job, came the doleful reply. 10 cents smothered a laugh. We think we may have a solution to the problem, and we want to try something, said Sunshine. What's that? Inquired Boomer. Well, it seems every time you're at work and we go by and 10 cents hoots, you have an accident, explained Sunshine. So, said Boomer. So, well as you're at work now, why don't we try? Nothing can happen. Well, if you must, but it seems a bit silly to me, exclaimed Boomer. Go on, 10 cents, do it. Blow twice, demanded Sunshine earnestly. 10 cents felt a bit foolish, but gave a couple good blasts on his horn. There, that was a stupid exercise, Sunshine, said 10 cents, looking at Boomer, half expecting something to happen to him. Sunshine began to laugh. No, it wasn't 10 cents, he laughed. Look. 10 cents looked. The buoy to which Boomer was anchored was slowly sinking. Before anyone could do anything, it disappeared below the surface in a cloud of bubbles. You'd better get another one fast, roared Boomer. I've had just about enough. 10 cents wasted no time at all. Boomer and Sunshine watched him go. Sunshine laughed, but Boomer just looked at him. Boomer was relieved from his post as standby foghorn. During his few days there, and despite the bad weather forecast, no fog had appeared. But the very night he wasn't there, the fog came down, and small accidents happened all through the night. One fine morning, a few days later, the megaphone addressed the 3 small tugs. 10 cents, Sunshine. You'll show Boomer where the sail scroll is. We have a contract to tow her out to sea. I reckon Boomer can do that okay, seeing as there's no engines to break, or catch fire, no crane hauls to jam, or ammunition to explode, or buoys to sink, just plain sailing, and if Boomer breaks down then the sail can more likely pull him. Very droll, sir, very droll, replied Boomer. Come on, said 10 cents, before he changes his mind. They were soon at their destination. The Skull had its sails set, but there was no wind. 10 cents checked Boomer's tow line, and all 3 made their way to the estuary. Once there, Sunshine, 10 cents, let Boomer go on his way. Good luck, Boomer, called Sunshine. No such thing, replied Boomer in his usual way. There is, it's recognizing it that's difficult, chipped in 10 cents. Well, don't sound your hooter. Maybe that'll help me recognize something, came the more distant reply. 10 cents and Sunshine laughed. He's just got to be okay this time. Nothing can go wrong, surely, said Sunshine. Let's hope so. Scuttlebutt told me Captain's going to dump him and Scuttlebutt knows everything, replied 10 cents. Sunshine felt sorry for Boomer as he watched them sail away. Hope we see him again though, 10 cents. I like him. Captain knows best, Sunshine. He always knows best. Remember that, he replied. They turned around and went back to the dock, where barges waited for them. Later, in the middle of the afternoon, 10 cents and Sunshine were working with Big Mac and OJ when the fire launch came past. What's up? Shouted OJ. Some dumb tug has set a sailing scull alight, came the curt reply. Oh no, 10 cents and Sunshine exclaimed. That can only be Boomer, said Big Mac glumly. I'm afraid he's in for it if it is, put in OJ seriously. 10 cents and Sunshine moved away as if to follow the fire tug. Oi! Shouted Big Mac. You two stay here. We've got work to do. There's nothing you can do anyway. But, squeaked Sunshine. But nothing, said OJ. Get hitched up to this barge. "Oh geez," replied Sunshine, as he begrudgingly went to work. He bumped the bar deliberately hard to vent his disappointment. It didn't take long for the fire tug to return, followed by Boomer, towing the smouldering hulk of the scroll. "Stupid dumb tug," said the fire tug as he passed by. "What happened?" called 10 Cents to Boomer as he made his way slowly. "Lightning, that's what happened. But that fire object didn't believe me. He thought I was going too fast and a spark flew out of my stack. But it's not true. Anyway, I can't be bothered to argue anymore." He passed by. The others looked at him and the smouldering hulk. After they passed, OJ looked around. "Lightning? Well, it's possible, I suppose. But on such a nice day as this, anything's possible with Boomer. He really is jinxed," Big Mac remarked. "That's not it. Not jinxed. It's just that he doesn't have much luck," mused 10 Cents. Captain Star was as good as Scuttlebutt's word. After the Skull incident, Boomer was sent to Lucky's yard under the captain's strict instructions to never be used as a tug ever again, no matter what. It was therefore somewhat of a surprise when 10 Cents and Sunshine were ordered to go to Lucky's yard to pick up Boomer and take him upriver. When they arrived, Boomer the tug was nowhere to be seen, but what they did see made them gasp in astonishment. Moored to the pier was a strange-looking floating house, painted majestically with the name Boomer boldly stenciled on the side. "Is it really you, Boomer?" asked Sunshine, smiling all the while. "Indeed it is," smiled Boomer. He could tell by the tone of his voice how happy he was. "Well, well, houseboats. Don't you feel, well, sort of silly?" quipped 10 Cents. "Not one bit. No, not at all. It's what I've always wanted. Now hurry up, you two. I want to get upriver where my new owners want me." Sunshine and 10 Cents wasted no time. They sailed upriver, ignoring the jibs from the other boats passing by until they found his mooring place. In a tree-lined bank, it was clearly marked Boomer the Houseboat. My, said Boomer. "Home sweet home at last." They pushed him gently into the bank. "I hope you'll be happy here," said Sunshine. "Lots of nice trees to keep you cool in the summer." "Oh, it's all I've ever wanted. Thank you both. I'm sorry if I got you into trouble." "Well, let's hope that Jinx has left you," said 10 Cents. "It was what it did to others that worried me the most," replied Boomer. "Well, time to go. We'll come and visit you sometime," said 10 Cents. "Thanks," said Boomer. "Thanks for everything." As they moved out to the midstream, 10 Cents tooted twice, and Sunshine looked at him. "You shouldn't have done." A rending creak sounded echoing across the water. Both tugs looked towards Boomer as a large tree fell into the water beside him. "Oh, you've done it, 10 Cents, you've done it," laughed Boomer. "You've removed the jinx. If it was still with me, that tree would have sunk me," he said, laughing all the time. The two tugs looked at him, and then at themselves. They laughed as well. 10 Cents tooted again. This time nothing happened at all. "Farewell," they called as they made their way back to port. Boomer watched them go. A little tear of sheer happiness rolled down his cheek. "Farewell yourselves," he called softly. "And thank you."